It is now my pleasure to introduce the Commanding General of the United States Army Cyber Center of Excellence in Fort Gordon, who offers welcoming remarks. General Hersey assumed his current role on 6 June 2019. He certainly has a distinguished career in both military intelligence and aviation, with ascending commands and broad staff assignments in the Army, Joint, and NATO billets. And he's been an excellent host to all of us here in Augusta, and a great supporter of CERTS, and a guy that's truly got a vision for where this area and the business of cyber needs to go in the Army as well as in the joint community. So I'd like to welcome General Hersey up here.
Thanks. All right, I'm gonna walk around a little bit. If that's okay. I'll try not to go too far. Hopefully the mic continues to work. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to another great event. This is the third one of these, and this is actually my third as well. So I had the good fortune of being the commandant for the cyber school before receiving the honor to get selected as the commanding general here. So General Shea, General Wood, General Cardone, General Chase, Mr. Pontius, Mr. Casimir. Just real quick, let me take a poll. Raise your hand if you're an active service member or civilian working for the government. Okay, raise your hand if you have served in the military at some point in your life. So pay attention. So as we talk about reasons that we're getting together, I would say the majority of folks in this audience has served in some capacity, and now you're continuing to serve as part of that. We got a lot of things going on this week. We got some great speakers. You're going to hear from General Fogarty later this afternoon. I'm sorry that Mr. Fallis was not able to make it. I was looking forward to hearing that, but hopefully we can get him back here another time to be able to speak. And I'm not going to steal General Fogarty's thunder because there's some breaking news that I'll allow him to cover, but it's very, very important for all the things that we do here in this community of professionals to do some very important work. Who traveled over an hour to get here? Yeah, most of you. So thanks. Time is the most important commodity when you're my age and in positions like that. It is the most important thing that you have. So thank you for investing your time to get together with a broad community of government, of academia, of industry, of private sector, and of just folks that are thinking beyond the next berm for how do we solve these wicked problems that we know are facing our nation and facing the globe for that matter. AFCEA, General Shea hit it quite a bit, but I didn't know a whole lot about AFCEA until I came to the Cyber Center of Excellence. I could tell you about Quad A from the aviation side. I could tell you about AUSA, but what I learned very, very quickly is it is a very mission-oriented organization, and it really is focused on making things better for our nation, giving us more capability, and bringing all those partners together in multiple forums to work through some very, very important issues and challenges that we're going to have to deal with this in the cyber domain, and I would say even more broadly in the information domain. So thank you, AFCEA. I really appreciate what the organization brings. So what is a guy with aviator wings and a Ranger tab standing up on stage talking to you about cyber stuff? Where did I come from? So I started out in the Army as an intelligence officer, worked at the tactical level, got an opportunity to go do what I always dreamed of doing, fly airplanes and fly helicopters. Got to do that, and that's where I started learning about the importance of communications, about networks, about cyber, and I did that for 22 years, and worked. I would say the ISR side of it and some of the kinetic piece. And every one of those things that I touched involved to some degree communications or a network and network security. So it was a great opportunity when I stopped flying to move over and look at what goes in behind all that stuff, and was able to do it on the operational side first, which is a little backwards, and then came to the institution after that. So from commandant to the commanding general. So that's it in a nutshell. So it's a great honor to stand as someone who's done some things for most of my career other than this, but also someone that has completely relied on what we're doing. This event in particular, I've been to TechNet, but this event in particular really zeroes in on the most important thing in this line of work, and that is people. Our people make everything happen. They come up with the ideas, they build our networks, they take care of our networks, they secure our networks, they educate the next group of people that are going to do that. So taking a couple of days to really get together as a broad community and focus on our people is exceptionally important. We've got a Capture the Flag going on that I think most of you know about. Last I checked, we've got somewhere around 210 participants that are throwing down in that, and it's college, it's high school, it's military. So we are really going to probably learn some things that there are some very, very young people that may be better at this than some of us that think that we're good at it, and that's good. We want to bring that out, and we want to get them interested, whether they serve in the military, whether they work in industry, whether they work in academia. We want to get them involved and get them hooked on what we're doing. So very, very important event. This event, when I checked yesterday, we had 457 folks registered online. I think it's grown more than that. So if you take the aggregate of those 200 or so that went through the classes yesterday, the folks in Capture the Flag and the folks that registered, we're about 900 folks here for this event. So it continues to grow every year, and it will continue to grow in importance. So if you ask me, hey Hersey, what do you think is the most important thing about this event? I would argue that it is to inform. Inform the folks that are here with us, but also inform through multiple means a larger audience about the importance of this, two, about the opportunities in this line of work, and that their services and their skills are very highly needed. Last statistic I saw was, if you look globally, there's about 3.5 million jobs that are vacant right now in terms of requirements for cybersecurity. And you compare that to what it was about 6 years ago. It was about 1 million. So almost between a 3 and a 4-fold increase in the requirements. The unemployment rate for cybersecurity is 0. So if you have a cybersecurity, it's a reverse problem that we have. Again, informing folks about that. So from the military perspective, we are very interested in attracting talent. In fact, the Army in general has come up with a new campaign called "What's Your Warrior?" And interestingly enough, if you who's seen that commercial, the "What's Your Warrior" commercial? Okay, we need to start broadcasting that more. 2 of the folks in that commercial came from Fort Gordon. One is a signal professional, the other is a cyber professional. So to tell you the importance of what we're doing here is clearly articulated from the messages that the Army is sending out in terms of what is important to recruit. We're going to have several forums here, and we're going to have several small group sessions. What I would ask all of you to do is be involved with those groups. Be controversial, not for the sake of being controversial, but every organization engagement is enriching when you have a conscientious dissenter in the room that presents opposing views. Challenge one another in terms of how you currently think about a problem, and we're all going to come out better than that. Tell your friends, tell your colleagues about the event afterwards. You can do it live streaming through the technology that we have right now. But again, on the informed side, that, from my perspective, that is the most important thing we're going to do coming out of this. We're going to have a lot of great discussions together, but informing is what we're all about. All right, I am looking forward to a lot of things about the event. Those of you that I don't know that well, my goal is to get to know a couple of folks that I don't. Look to your left and your right if you don't know, if there's someone you don't know or someone that you just met. Take some time to develop that relationship. Relationships matter, people matter, and that's the business that we're in. If you listen to the Chief of Staff of the Army, the first thing that he says is winning matters. And that is absolutely true. And then right behind that is people are our number one priority. That is no more or true no more than in the field of cybersecurity is making that investment in people. So thank you for attending. Looking forward to talking with you as the events fold, and have a great event.